What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning back into Meet in the Middle. I'm your host, TK.
I'm your host, Justin.
And there was none before us, and there will be none after us. Therefore, that makes us the one and only podcast just for you. And we got a special guest. My, I would say, adulthood friend. Been knowing him since JUCO days. Introducing C4. How'd you get that name first off before you get into what you go get into?
I mean, like I always like to say, it's short and sweet, to be honest, football. Chris was my name. Everyone called me C4 because I was explosive on the field. Impact, whether it was on offense, defense, special teams, I'm making a play, blowing up the scene. So I ran with it my whole entire life.
And he does that in, I would say, different areas now.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Just a little background about me. Thank you, first and foremost, fellas, for having me on the platform. You guys been doing great things.
Yeah, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, no, I really do appreciate it. What's been big for me ever since I stopped football, I always wanted to figure out what's my most inspiration and passion that I had. And while I was out in Wayne State playing football, I was always designing in my marketing class and wanted to see how I could take that next level and actually use my education instead of just my talents on the fields. So I was drawing up logos, coming up with slogans and such forth. It was always in the back of my mind, and then transferred over to Mankato, where we met up again. And that's kind of when I knew football was not going to be no longer an option for me after I graduate. It was very like a reality check. Did a little bit of the music scene and such forth, but it didn't really drive me to actually have full commitment and passion.
Yeah.
So that's where I came up with Lavish Motion, which is the brand. Rocking the beanie. One of the first shirts, to be honest.
I'm still waiting on my gear, man.
I got a truck.
I got my
full, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got my gear.
I ain't got none of my stuff.
Yeah, I pulled up on him. I pulled up on you at the barbecue.
Yeah, he came and got
it out of the trunk.
Yeah,
brought it out of the
last
trunk.
summer, bro. We sold out before we even put up the website, and that's the crazy part. Like,
that's great.
Just
That's
off strength
amazing.
and like word of mouth. My coworkers, my friends, my family members. So, very blessed.
That's dope.
So Lavish, to me, the reason why I created it, I wanted to create a luxury brand that has meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And really, like, me being the face of it, I like to dress well. I learned a little style from both these gentlemen. Y'all both put yourself together very, very well.
Appreciate it.
So it's like right now we're a little more street luxury. For sure, we're going to get advanced to it at a point. But right now, we're just trying to capitalize on the streetwear with the shirts, the hoodies, the beanies, taking the baby steps and learning the process. So a lot of big things coming spring and the fall. That's pretty much all I got for y'all.
And I just want to touch on, before we get into our topic, what's so crazy is that we was roommates together, and I had kind of started, I wasn't really having a brand or anything, but I kind of had like an athletic brand of Vigorous Athletics. And I ended up buying a hot press machine and everything. It was making shirts and everything for everybody. And then it's crazy that's now you bought the hot press machine and everything from me, and you got it now. But that's crazy and that
I still put that into use, literally. Like when I'm coming up with my designs and logos, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna sketch this up, put it in there, and print it, boom, press it, send it over to the manufacturer. Like, hey,
can you make something
like this? Yep.
Right.
So it helps me with my mock-up.
How long have you had Lavish Motion for?
We started in 2023 to be like the actual run out. It was just a couple T-shirts, basic designs. I made them and everything. But we kind of like fell off track, not really having the purpose in the clothing brand scene. We were more out in the scene, just trying to get our name across there.
Right.
Tagging on to events, put it on with the events. To be exact, the Summer Bash. I know you guys. So that's kind of what. That's kind of what got our name out there. And then just in the last year, we stood away from that because we wanted to put the clothing out.
Yeah.
Build like a more rep with like, hey, these guys are making clothes, doing X, Y, and Z, giving back to the community, such forth. Be more powerful that way. We're definitely going to get back to the events and have another Summer Bash, but right now we're just putting that on pause so we can grow really into that field and make us a name brand in Minnesota.
Right. When are you going to be, do you already have the website up?
Yeah. We got an Instagram page. The store's called Lavish Motion .store. As well, you can find it in my bio on my Instagram, thatboyc4. So like right now we got hoodies, beanies. I'm wearing one of them. Very limited quality left. Won't lie to you.
And I need that.
But
Right.
come get it while it's hot. I like to say I would restock it, but the reality of it is like every piece that we make is meaningful.
Unique.
I mean, if people want it to come back,
Yeah.
we're gonna make it happen. But like,
Limited
am I
edition.
gonna put more hoodies out? It's about to be summertime. I'm coming with something different.
I got a
Right.
question. Do you ever put your brand like in fashion shows and stuff like that?
So I love that question because actually that's something I want to plan on with my next drop in the fall. I want to say too much to give too many people ideas, but like we want to do a collection drop with a fashion show. So it's
Okay.
like full sets.
Just only your brand or
Only
other
my
people?
brand. No,
Oh,
just
only
the
your-
brand myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
Okay.
just to let people know what's coming ahead of time.
Yeah.
Spread the word, inspire people, maybe even get into a partnership with a really
Yeah.
big name store like a.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So yeah, just taking the stepping stones to actually like get into the field and learning and watching from others as well.
Okay, that's what's up, bro. I knew about it. You know, I definitely supported you and be buying your stuff. So go tap in with my boy. You know,
No,
Lavish
for real.
Motion.
Yeah, and I got a slogan
great story
for him.
behind it and everything like
You
that.
know the
So,
slogan.
what's the slogan?
Slow motion's better than no motion.
Slow motion's better than no motion.
Yeah,
That's
go
the
at your
South.
own pace.
Yeah.
Go at your own pace. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
and it's very powerful and meaningful. It's like really take your time. You could take one step today, and that one step you take today is gonna get you farther than
Not
100
taking
other
me.
people. But like you can't
Right.
judge yourself against other people who can run 10 steps at a time. You don't know what they did before that.
Right.
Last year they maybe were taking 2 steps.
Yeah.
This year they're taking 10. So as long as you're moving forward and progressing, slow motion is better than no motion.
That's real. I love
like
that.
Yeah,
Nah, that's dope. So
I love that.
what we go do now, we're entering, you know, a different segment. It's kind of like a 180.
And I like this.
So that was loving.
I'm ready for this.
My message to everyone that's watching is to celebrate and always support your friends. I would say that's my
That's the
message. and
main
everything.
thing, man. I'm
And
glad that
that's
jump
what-
in supporting.
Right. That's what a lot of
Period.
y'all don't do that you should really start doing. And you should start peeping people that don't support you.
Yeah.
That are only there for their own benefits.
'Cause
Because you should really
yeah.
be around a group of friends or connect with people that support you in what it is that you're trying to do. Because I feel like every relationship should be mutually beneficial.
Yeah, especially
Right.
on social media.
Yeah.
I don't want to
But-
hear that you've seen the video, but I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, you ain't say nothing.
Right.
You ain't
Right.
retweeted or
So we
100%.
So we finna move forward with this topic because a lot of people was really asking us why do we start this podcast? What gave us the idea of calling it Meet in the Middle? And just a little bit of the background. So I'll speak to it, then I'm gonna let Justice speak to it. I would say that the way that we got the name Meet in the Middle is because we come from two different aspects. He's from the South, I'm from Minnesota, parents of entrepreneurs. He would say that I'm white collar or that I'm a
Definitely.
pretty boy, what have you. And then I would say that he's a man's man. From Alabama, from the deep South.
Raised
You know what I'm
from
saying?
the red clay.
So what we so what we really when we were talking and what we thought about is just like, yo, why don't we speak about subjects for where there's two different perspectives on how on people's values, beliefs, due to how they were raised and everything, and then how can we meet each other in the middle? So that's why it is. I even think that our logo just has a person in a suit. I do real estate. I do day trading. It requires me to be dressed up, look clean, and
a person with a cowboy hat.
yeah, and everything like
Farming.
that. And then on the other
Farming.
side, there's a cowboy, and that just
Yeah.
represents, I would say, Justin from being from down south. So that's kind of a little bit of the backstory. I feel like we could get into it more or
More in
a
depth.
little bit, but today's topic is going to be around that. So we're going to be talking about blue collar workers, and we're going to be talking about white collar workers. So before we get into that though, I'm gonna let you kind of give the backstory of why we started this, and then also why we kind of came up with the name Meet in the Middle.
I mean, you already said it all. Do I got?
You know what?
Repeat
Add
each other?
anything?
I mean, you can add your 2 cents.
Add your
man.
two
No, I'm
cents.
saying I was adding it when he was going on, so like I don't want to keep repeating it. You know what I'm saying? So we got it because he a white collar, I'm a blue collar. I think the blue collar rule the world. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you got to have some kind of business sense. You know what I'm saying? To us to meet in the middle. So for all the independent contractors, that's for us. That's like white collar. You know what I'm saying? Because you're working for yourself.
Yeah.
In the aspect. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So before we dive into it, because I know that we're going to debate because we're taking two different sides. This is a debate for where I still respect blue collar workers. And he still respect white collar workers.
We're going to put a pause today. You ain't got no choice but to respect. Because the reason why we sitting here in this establishment, because guys like me, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so he go get it.
You can go both ways with that. To be honest.
I'm saying, but I'm saying we can go both ways, but the reason why we in this and the air conditioning and stuff like that is because blue collar workers. That's all I got to say.
So anyway, he's starting early, so we finna get into it for y'all. So the first question that we're gonna have is, I think that he kind of already touched on it with his little side comment, is who's more valuable in today's world, the blue collar man or the white collar man?
I think the blue collar today world.
In today's world, why?
Why? Because AI is taking over y'all world, so they they no longer need y'all in different categories. So y'all looking over here like, y'all got to come over here. You feel me?
Right.
So we need more mans into blue collar work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you want to touch on what blue collar work is for those of the people that don't really know?
If you don't know, it's like plumbing, electrician, contractors, truck drivers, anything in that nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say that blue collar workers is trades.
Trades,
So
trades.
HVAC, like you said,
HVAC,
plumbing, electrician, truck drivers, logistics,
Right.
general contractors, a lot of blue collar work.
Yeah.
White collar work, for those of you that's watching that don't know, it's just corporate jobs.
Cool.
If you're someone that's corporate, that's
Yeah.
what white collar is. So you're saying that blue collar is more valuable because
And today, to go by your question, in today's society, yes, blue collar is on top right now.
And then why'd you say that?
I mean, you can just look.
Because you said because of AI.
That's one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But see, I'm gonna say, let me be on the same side of that coin, or on the flip side of that coin. If
one.
AI is taking white collar jobs, isn't it the white collars that's controlling AI and everyone's using AI? So that makes us more valuable? Because
Everybody is not using AI. It's
Majority
only-
of people are using AI to get things done, though.
Yeah, majority of people are using.
But you got to think about it though. Technology-wise, we've seen it in the past when the internet started.
Yeah.
A lot of people weren't using it. It was still the newspaper. Get your local newspaper. Look at it now.
True.
It's on TV. It's on TikTok. People go to their phones to find it. So I mean, AI is gonna take over. Excuse me. AI is gonna take over whether we want it or not. It's just how fast and how can we adapt to it and stay ahead of it.
Right.
True.
And I just feel like, to your point, it's kind of like what type of world are you living in? Again, respectfully, I respect both sides, and I think both are just as equally as value, because it's kind of like which one came first, the chicken or the egg, right? So I think that...
The blue collar came first, right?
Or did the white collar, though?
The blue collar came first.
100%.
How? Because when you protecting back in the wild, let's go back in history time.
Well, come on, go back in the day.
Before electricity. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
We need men to build houses.
Right,
We need men to build cars.
right.
And then we upgrade it. Mm-hmm. I think
But I feel
blue
like...
collar, then y'all.
Okay.
Then people
But
like,
this,
you know what
and I say, I agree to that point. Y'all did come first, but I'm like, how would y'all have been sustainable, or how wouldn't y'all have been obsolete if the white collar didn't take place to put things in structure for blue collar to be more stabilized? Because blue collar, yes, you can fix a pipe. Yes, you can help with electricity, but you can only do that for one thing. On a broader scale of everything, you have to have a corporation or white collar to back you, because you're only doing it for yourself or this small family or for a very minuscule group of people.
Yeah.
So I feel like the white collar became, you guys probably had the idea, but the white collar kind of became the backbone
It just
because you guys
Yeah.
needed the structure, you needed the distribution, you needed the marketing, you actually needed the infrastructure of like, okay, you know how to do something, we're gonna help you build this something in order to sustain and help the entire world. Like I know that there's electricians, but there's a company that keeps all these lights on. You get what I'm saying? So
they pay that guy without that guy that's going to make your lights come on. It won't never happen.
Yeah.
You
No,
know
I
what
agree.
I'm saying?
I agree to
you
that.
can own the company, but if you don't got that
No,
guy,
I'm not just talking about the company though. I'm talking about the infrastructure. So yes, you can have one guy be able to do something.
you know what I think?
Go
I
ahead.
think white collar just spread it. So if it had like a
But
family,
doesn't that benefit the majority of everyone living though? If white collar was the one to spread it,
They
because once
spread
again,
it.
you're only helping you and your family. You only have a certain amount of people you can help. If I come along to help the world, who then becomes more valuable or
but the
important?
world is getting kind of crazy. So you
No,
got to
I'm
go
not-
back to the
I'm
point.
just saying in
You're
a
going back
sense,
to the
though.
point nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So
I was just
like,
saying in a sense,
say
though.
for instance, like the world. Let's go politics a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Politics, they can cut off the lights at it. You just say they cut off our lights in the world. Who you think people gonna gravitate to? The white collar or blue collar man? I'm just saying.
As in a response of like, if the lights
Like,
are cut off.
I want to be over there because I know that
They know
blue
how to-
collar
they know how to
got
fix
that.
it.
He know how to run. I'm going over here because he got chickens, he got cows. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole infrastructure, and he not living off another man. White collar is living off other people. You know what I'm saying? If
You said
Yeah.
something important though. Infrastructure.
Right.
Who's creating that? Is it the white collar or the blue collar?
the blue collar, I'm saying like if the lights go out right now,
Right.
you gonna go to somebody more blue collar than white.
So hold on. I just want to say something.
Right or
'cause
wrong?
I feel like we're having two different discussions.
It's the same.
To your point,
I'm just-
if everything got shut off, you would need to. People probably would gravitate towards a blue collar because they can fix and handle certain things.
Yeah.
However, people I think will gravitate more towards a white collar because I can pay people to fix the things
Your
that need to
money
get
don't
fixed.
mean that if we need lights now.
If we need lights
Say,
now,
cause they cut off the light right now.
but
What, you
I have
can't-
money to go buy generators. I have money to go buy flashlights. I have money to actually buy the things rather than me myself having to do it. So I feel like to what you're trying to say, I think that again it comes down to values and then what it is that people are actually doing. You know how to do it.
I'm saying,
but I
like,
have the
listen.
money to buy the things
If
for
they
what I
cut,
don't know how
they
to
cut off the
do.
light right now. You talking about going to buy generators? You know, 1,000 people gonna be going to buy generators.
Yeah, and the people with the
Then
most
that's
money
the
go
whole
get them.
hassle. You know
But
what
the
I'm
people with the
saying?
most money go get them. So hold on. So to your point, let's talk about COVID, right?
Yeah.
COVID shut the world down. People
did.
weren't really running to blue collar workers like, help us out. You get what I'm saying?
Because
They was
only helping their family out. They ain't gonna help you out.
They was going more to white collar or needing the help of white collar people because white collar people, like you said, can spread out what it is that you guys do, and the white collar person can buy more of the resources for people to survive and stay alive. You get what I'm saying? So you just talking about electricity. I'm trying to talk about
Talking
everything.
about community.
When a pandemic happened, and it was like we need to rely on a group or a certain type of blue collar or white collar
Nobody's
man.
not going to
people,
white collar,
people was
bro.
coming to white collar because white collar people was buying the resources.
People going to the people that know electrician, that know how to.
You just stuck on electrician. Let's talk
I'm
about
just saying,
everything.
no,
Let's talk
I'm
about survival though. We're talking about
Building
electricity,
houses.
food,
food. That's blue
Okay.
collar.
But I'm trying to tell you your
Blue
argument.
collar, blue collar farmers. That's how you get your food.
Right, but what are you trying to say? If the world shut down, who would people come
Blue
to?
collars.
Okay, I'm saying this. If the world shut down, people would, I think, gravitate towards white collar because white collar people would buy the resources.
But your money ain't gonna mean that when everybody see. I think you missing
I'm
the
buying
point.
the resources. It will mean something because the amount of resources I buy can help me live through
It won't mean
whatever
that
is
if
going
the world
on.
shut down right now.
Yes.
The world shut down. Your
Then
money,
everyone
you
would run to the
you got
store
money, but
and
you can't
get
log
things.
in your phone.
Bro, you not. You,
I'm going-
that's why I
you
said
can't
I think
log
you're
in your-
making two different
I
arguments.
think you're
You
thinking
are?
a little bit too deep on that. But like I said, sometimes majority of my time I'm a white collar myself as well, blue collar. I'm in the field. I like to get my hands dirty. But knowing that I was coming to the podcast today, being a special guest, I had to tap in with my architecture friends. There's like 4 or 5 of them, and I asked them the question.
Shout out to them, man.
They really gave me some gems for the podcast. So I asked them straight up. I was like, how do you see a white collar man and a blue collar man? What do you guys think they said before I give you the answers?
And this is in today's world, they just see it.
Today, well, they're 25. They range from 25 to 31.
Well,
You said, what's the
ahead.
question?
So what I asked them is how they see white collar men and blue collar men.
I don't think that blue collar men. If one of the questions you're asking, and I think I have it written down too, is like, who do women respect more, blue collar or white collar men? Is that
Pretty
kind of
much.
what they're
That's
asking?
it.
Then I would say that
White collar.
women in today's world respect white collar men more than they do blue collar men. We
Right.
could get into that more,
Okay.
but that's my
I like
answer.
that.
I feel like it because of status too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I think that's what
That's
it is.
what it is.
Okay.
Even
Go
though they
ahead.
might be making the same thing.
Yeah, we gonna talk about
Oh,
it, but go
okay.
ahead. You can
Okay.
get into your answer.
To be honest, you're not wrong. They do see a white collar man as more put together. However, all of them agreed and said a blue collar man is hands on and handy and can make sure if anything happens at home, I know I'm
Secure.
taken care of. I feel secure.
They feel
with that.
secure.
Yeah, I think that they feel secure with the white collar men too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want
I'm
to.
going back what the women said.
I do want to touch on more so of why don't women today respect blue collar men? Why do you think that is?
I got some insight on that too. To be completely honest, they said it straight up. Whoever's gonna be home, that's what matters to them. Women want their man to be in the house. As a blue collar man, you're in the field.
A lot.
Plumbers, electricians, you can get that phone call at like 12:30. You got to get out of bed. You might not be back until 5 o'clock. Or something. You got to go a couple states over.
See, and that brings me to my thought process of just like it being a different perspective of how just women don't really understand men. And when I say men, I'm talking about blue collar and white collar men. Just because to what they saying, white collar men don't be at home as much anyway. Due to your position of being a manager, a director,
Yeah.
or at an executive level, you're working 50, 60, 80-hour weeks. So them saying that blue collar men be having to get up and leave, white collar men do too.
Exactly.
So
100%. But
Business
their
would-
rebuttal was it's more structured for the white collar man. And they have more empowerment of their time schedule.
yeah.
Versus a blue collar man, like, hey, you get that phone call from
You
your
gotta
big
be at
account,
that
you gotta go.
location.
You
Yeah.
gotta
I
be
feel,
there.
I feel like that depends on if that white collar man owns their own business and don't have a team, and that's where we go back to infrastructure. If I'm just a independent plumber, then yes, I'm trying to get up and work with all my clients, or if someone needs me.
Yeah.
Or if I'm an electrician, then yes, I'm trying to go to every house that I can go to make money.
Right.
But what I want to say is really important that I don't want people to forget or walk away from is that it's crazy that white collar men get more respect than blue collar men, but women look to things for money. And what's crazy is that the path of being a blue collar man, you actually make more money and you can make more money quicker than a white collar man.
So fast.
Because for white collar, it's 6 months you got to meet to try to get a promotion, and then a year, and then you got to wait until Bob retires to try to
Yeah.
take his position. With
climbing a
blue
ladder.
collar,
You can get that
You can
quick.
do your trades for 2 years or whatever
Yeah.
or an apprenticeship, you start making 80 to 100,000 within your
Especially if your
within your
experience
first
high.
year. It's your experience high.
Your
And then
experience
after
high
that,
go crazy.
you really can work for a company or you start your own business. So now you're your own boss, which is something that women love to hear, but they just don't respect a blue collar worker of like, yo, I make 100,000, 120,000, 150,000, but I'm a plumber.
Yeah.
It's like women care about the
Plumber.
status of where you like. It's like they care. It's like they care about how much money you make, but they care about the status of how you make your money, which I feel like is insane.
I'm just speaking for the 4 women that gave me some great insight. This is what they told me. What it comes down to is not how they make the money, but it's how they present themselves. So like internal. That's what means most to them. It's like I don't care if
morals.
it's a blue collar man, white collar man. It's how they present themselves. Like you said, morals, values, and
Values,
making sure
yeah.
that it matches what they got going on. So I mean that's important.
That sound like some 4 women that got their stuff together.
Oh, for sure,
'Cause
for sure.
All women is not like that though.
Like what?
having
like
that support
would
system.
say that
Yeah.
morals, internal things
Yeah.
is way
And that-
more
and-
important.
And that's
than
like for women. I be trying to, when we really be on here, I try to speak generally because we're talking to
Overall.
like the general population or
Yeah.
overall. But I feel like overall, women as a whole don't respect blue collar
They do
workers,
not.
even if they make a lot of money. Like they might be happy or satisfied with it, but it's like they don't tell their friends like, oh yeah, my man's a plumber. No. They more so go be like, oh, well, my man's the director of such and such.
Yeah.
Or, oh, my man's a dentist. My man's a lawyer. My
It's kind
man's
of more of a flex.
yeah, it's more of
Yeah.
a flex to them because I think that while money is important, they love that. They love a
Status.
man of status. Exactly. That's what I was
And
exactly finna say.
You brought a good point because they did say like social media really is biased. So I mean, it kind of it has an influence on what they want to say and be proud of in today's society. So
because of the status.
yeah, because status is very important. The way people view you and such forth, it goes a long way. Before, you had MySpace, man. You typing up a little paragraph, you know what I mean? Once in a while, you might see a picture once in a blue moon, but now it's like you got stories, you got Snapchat, you got TikTok.
Reels.
You're being judged 100 times a day and you don't even know. It's unfortunate, but it's also a blessing too, because if you hold yourself in that high standard and use that in a good talking point and selling point, you can really succeed in life. But if people don't know you to your core, what they see on that 10-second clip, it could be 5 seconds that they just heard you say this or playing this song on your story. They could judge you off that because they haven't met you personally in person. They told me that as well, and that's real. That's what women do.
Right. So do y'all both think that women overlook good men because of their status?
Say that again one more time.
Do women overlook good men because of their status?
Overlook good man,
Do women overlook good men because of their status?
of course, all the
Elaborate on
time.
that. Elaborate
Yeah,
on
I'm
that.
gonna let you touch on that one first.
Of course, because they overlook you because back to going to what he say, status is everything in our world. So they wanna go brag to their parents or they wanna brag to their friends. So they don't want to brag them and saying, oh yeah, he a plumber. I like this plumber. That don't
Right.
sound too appealing to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
But ain't that just sucks? Like, I feel like that's such a paradox, bro. Because it's like women care about a man that provides insecurity, and for us, we all know that that's finances. So I feel like being a plumber, you make a lot of money, but they don't like the status of you being a plumber. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy that it's like, y'all want me to make the money to provide for y'all and for you to be secure, but you're actually ashamed of how I get the money or what it is that I do.
Yeah.
And if we really boil it down to all of it, it's like you still make your money in an honest way.
Yeah, and if they do accept that, talking to this guy who in that role, they won't like say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, if she was talking to an NFL player. She's like,
She
oh
be
yeah,
bragging about
I'm
that.
an
Yeah, like,
NFL
girl, like,
player.
yeah,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? But if she talked to a plumber, she gonna be like, yeah, he be working. You know
She's
what I'm saying?
more humble
yeah,
about it.
more,
Like
you feel me?
she's not really prideful in your work around her friends, but like, that's how it's different though, because if that woman really values you as a man and supports what you got going on, she gonna be bragging about you straight
Yeah,
up.
and
She
then
ain't
it
gonna-
go back
she gonna
to-
be like, yeah, my man's a plumber.
And she-
He come home every day at 5 o'clock. He be working hard. He be telling me all the stories, this, that, and the third. It can go vice versa. Worse. Oh, my husband just had a good meeting today. Da da da. It can go both ways. But a woman wants to value that as a person, and that's what both these 5 women were telling me. They're like, we value men, but it comes down if it meets our values as well. It's a double standard. So what they really came up with was like, it really comes down if it has financial transparency, or it's like we're both supporting each other, our values match up together, and I'm proud of what you do, and you're proud of what I do.
Yeah.
And then you both cheerleaders for each other.
Yeah, that's a healthy relationship.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, that definitely sounds healthy. So you mentioned social media, and that's a topic that I would say I love to talk about. Because I think that to what you're saying, social media portrays different ethnicity, different races, different things that they want. Woman, man, youth, older people. to perceive and do. And like I just heard of a quote that just says, "He who controls images controls the mind." So like, how would you say that social media has been an influence on a white collar, blue collar worker?
Ooh. I mean, I have not worked in the blue collar field, but I can say it has benefited them having videos, promotions, marketing. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if your sync's not working, doing a little 10-second skit, putting it out there because people are on their phones. It don't matter. You answering, you get a text from work, you getting a call to go to that next job, or you getting a call from your boss like, hey, where we at with that meeting? Yeah. So, I mean, it's beneficial in both worlds, but I think it's really beneficial for the blue
For the
collar.
blue- yeah,
because no
'cause-
one's picking up that phone book no more to. Where's plumber at
Yeah.
near me? You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna ask your phone like,
Yeah.
where's my nearest plumber? Does the website look good? Do they have 5 stars?
Yeah.
That's important for the blue collars to gain
Or
business.
mechanics too.
And-
Like
and
when
mechanics,
they
for
when
sure.
they be showing
Yeah,
how
it's
they
like,
how they
oh,
clean,
how they
how you
fix
take care of your cars
cars,
and stuff. It helps blue collar
So like
a
blue collars are
lot,
starting to be recognized more.
a lot more.
Yeah, I like that. So we touched on women because I feel like the 3 pillars that we talk about is mental, physical, and spiritual. And then I would say we hint at relationship advice or man empowerment and things like that.
Yeah.
So before we get into like more so of talking about the women, I just want to continue talking about blue collar and white collar workers. So like, do you think that blue collar workers and white collar workers earn their respect in different ways?
Of course,
How does a blue collar worker earn his respect?
by his experience,
What do you mean?
by like the time he put in his sweat equity. You know what I'm saying?
Or we
Well, I value in the blue collar world, we respect somebody that been in that game longer because they know a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
No
don't
tips and tricks.
You know, all that. You know what I'm saying? They can
Yeah.
just look at it and tell you what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fast. That's like you can
Yeah.
get that done. It's like the more things you do, the more money you can get. You know what I'm saying? So somebody in that category can like experience is like everything, honestly.
Okay.
But you can also say that in the white collar field as well. I mean,
I don't know because
your
the
manager that's
youngsters-
been there for 15 years, he gonna coach you up like, hey, I was in your position, XYZ. You should hit me up. Let's go to lunch. I'm gonna tell you how you can advance your career in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like it's in both fields, but in reality, like you said, in the blue collar field, if you have that quality of work, you getting a
Yeah.
raise. Like, man, you killed it on the last job. I'm giving you a raise.
Yeah,
It
or
can
you're
happen
harder,
quicker.
or
You work harder and such forth.
your prices be higher too, though, in that blue collar field.
Yeah.
Like I want the best mechanic on my car. He gonna cost money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I think that respect is earned from a blue collar due to what you just said, what it is that you know, and then you actually being in the field and doing it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay,
It's a reason.
we didn't know how to fix that, but he came in and fixed it. I think in a white collar world, that respect is earned based off of more so I would say outcomes and your results,
Like
and then
achievements. You
and
said
achievements, and then also just what it is that you can socially do. And that's why I just feel like now if we like kind of move forward into talking about just women and which one they prefer, blue collar or white collar, I think why they prefer white collar men more is because white collar men have to be more social in order to continue moving up the ladder and getting their promotions. You get what I'm saying?
100%.
So we look the part, and then we're more social people, so we can talk to and move around with anyone
Right.
that are movers and shakers.
I probably
and a
agree with
woman
that.
and a woman like that just because it's like she wants to get brought to the Christmas parties
Yeah.
and all these
Yeah.
nice things and the steak
Yeah.
dinners. Blue
I
collar
agree
is
with
like
that.
if
I
I bring
agree
you
with that.
if I bring you here, you can't talk these people lingo or their language because you're just a blue collar worker.
Yeah.
So I'm not calling you socially awkward, but you don't know how to talk and conversate with these type of people at this status level.
Yeah, that's why it's good to have both.
What do you mean both?
Like that's why it's good to you be in the middle. Like you know how to have this conversation. You got a business mind instead of just stand up.
Yeah, I would say
That's
that.
what I mean.
If we, to your point, if it was something ever to work on, I think being a white collar man, and I know that we were talking about is like, you can throw your money at the situations and it can get fixed.
Yeah.
But as a man, if you want to say, you should at least have some knowledge on how to fix certain things or one thing. You get what I'm saying? But
that's just like core thing. Something.
But as a blue collar man,
something like you said, like changing a tire. Let's go to something simple like that, like changing a tire.
Yeah.
As a man, you should know how to change a tire.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
You could teach your son how to change a tire. It's like a little time like that. You should know how to change a tire.
Yeah.
Just because you got the money, why? You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I know that we was talking yesterday about that, about just talking about the values then, right? Because it's like, as a white collar, I make a certain amount of money for where my time is everything to get these projects done, to meet these deadlines. I am not focusing on trying to change a tire or fix this thing. I'm going to pay someone because I have the money to do it to fix this for me, right? So that's kind of where my value is that my time matters more because of what it is that I'm doing. And I know that was like a conversation that we were just having. Like, in a blue collar, it's like, well, you value being the man of being able to do it. But it's like, well, I value having the money and my resources to get it paid for in order to do it.
No. Go ahead. I got some. He's talking about value. I got some insight from the girl. So I want to shine a light on that after you speak.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I took your spot. Come back to it. But you were speaking about value, and I asked the woman these questions. What do we value as a man? Like, what do you women value as a man? This is just a couple examples that they gave me. The first one is him making time, having a plan, and not relying on the girl. That's something that a woman values. Us.
Say it again.
Okay, so it's him making time, having a plan, and not relying on the girl. That's something that a woman values. As us men know, we learn that as we experience things, and to each man, some things are you're good at making that plan, not relying on your woman. But for some other men, it's like all I need to rely on you is for this or that. So I mean, that's something that they shine light on, which was actually really dope. And they said like, well, when it gets to that point, but I'm not going to rely on and wait for you to confirm a date, text first, such forth. I'm the prize. I know that was a very bold statement. We ain't gonna dive deep into them saying that they're the prize. I want to elaborate on that, but just for time being.
I think we need to have these young ladies on the podcast.
I think we can make that happen for real. And then they said, to be honest, another thing they want to value as a man is for letting that woman act like a woman, and the man should act like a man. And
what do that really mean?
But what does that mean? I'm saying that man should act like a man.
Tradition values? Traditional?
I might not like me, but got to think about it, man. As a man, you're the provider.
Money.
You know what I mean? So not just money. Not just money. When you go out, you should be opening that door for the lady. Such forth, the small things. That doesn't happen as much. You should be walking on the street side. Where traffic is.
That's the
little thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. You know what I mean? It's like
though, too. That's a man's thing.
Exactly. That's a man's job.
That's ingrained.
But when they told me this, I was like, ooh, y'all is hitting some points. But I also said, then you got to let the man lead. Because in society now as well, women do want to be the ones in charge. And then I broke it down to them. I'm like, me being like a man and raised by a great mother, I understood at times my dad did let my mom lead in certain scenarios. And I was like, yeah, there's certain scenarios that I would let my partner lead. But in reality, the man should be making the decisions, and you should trust that. You have any light to shine on that?
Yes, he
do. I know he do. He over there.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, I know he do.
Light to shine on what? What do you mean?
Just back to the main thing. For a woman to act like a woman, and a man should act like a man.
Traditional roles.
Yeah, I just think that what Justin just said is just traditional roles. But like, Oh man, it's so much to talk about and say though. I feel like they was saying a lot, and unfortunately we just had to leave, so I couldn't hear all their thoughts. But like to some of the points that you're making, I don't think that they're wrong with anything. It seems like these women have a good head on their shoulders.
Yes.
So I agree to a couple of things that they're actually saying, but if we are transitioning into like how women see and treat men, that would go to my point of just saying overall, I think women really don't understand a man because we have to like, we're so logical, and I feel like they're more so just, well, I mean, emotional creatures, but like a lot of the things that they say, when I think about it, I just be like, that doesn't sound too right, or that's like illogical. So to the point of what you're saying is like, they want a man that does these different things for them. I would have probably opposed the question of like, well, what different things are you wanting, and what are your values of a man doing? Because because one of the main things that we were just talking about when we talk about white collar and blue collar is like you want a man of status. But that man of status, if you said provider, okay, if the blue collar man makes 150 and the white collar man makes 150, what's really the difference? It's going to be their positioning. So dang, it's not even enough to make this amount of money for you to provide and take care of you, which is what you're saying you want. It's a whole nother thing that I have to have a certain status of how I'm actually acquiring my money. And I feel like women just want to live in this perfect world, and the world isn't perfect. So to like what we talked about on other podcasts, it's certain trade-offs. If you want a man making this amount of money at this status level, there's certain things that he's gonna require. And I really think that women don't ever take the time to ask themselves the question like, okay, what is it that I can do? It's always a me, I want in a relationship as a woman, rather than like, okay, let me do this for my man, let me give my man this. This is what I want to do for my man. It's always, I want a man that makes this much, I want him to work this job, I want him to drive this, I want to have this lifestyle. It's a lot of I's rather than like a lot of we or us's. You feel? Go ahead.
True or false? Masculine and feminine expectations have been mixed in the current day of society.
Have masculine and feminine expectations have been mixed? I don't think so, bro. And I think that due to all these platforms and with femininity, that has been kind of taken over for where the light has been dimmed actually on masculinity. I really don't think that they have been mixed. I think that women have been pushing for this femininity movement if they still act like masculine men or they do masculine characteristics. I think that a man has always been a masculine man, but now you could just get canceled because there's a thing like cancel culture or things of that nature. Like, I even take it to like Aaron the Plumber on Pop the Balloons. When I watched that, I think he respectfully told her like, oh, I'm not your type? Well, respectfully, you're not my type. And that's what we was talking about last night of just arguing back and forth. Like, it's certain things y'all can say to us that y'all do not want us to say to you.
But double standard.
That's double standards.
Like,
that's what
we get to it. Like double standards, they can say it, but as
they
a man,
can't say it. That's what I keep trying to say. That's the double standard. But femininity doesn't want double standards. Like their whole purpose, femininity is actually like, hey, we want equality with men and women. That's what femininity is.
I'm just gonna.
But it's like y'all have a double standard in that. If you really want it to be equal, dare I say, let a man beat you up, and you can go toe to toe with him. If there's no double standards, you're equal, right? Let him put his hands on you. Don't call the cops. Don't call anybody. Let him, y'all duke it out. It don't work like that. And y'all know it don't work like that.
It
really don't.
So and then what we were just talking about is like the double standards. Y'all don't like short men. Y'all don't like men that are broke. But I can't say I don't like big girls or fat girls. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a double standard like that if y'all are pushing for us to be equal. However y'all come at us, y'all should be able to let us come at y'all that way, and you should just be able to take it, just like men have to do.
Take it with a grain of salt.
They made a very good statement about that double standard. They said if we're gonna have double standards, each has to hold their own standard to begin with.
And that's one
as men,
right?
we ain't no woman here. I like to be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, do we hold ourselves to those standards? to hold other women to that double standard.
I think that, like I keep saying, I think that us men have always held ourselves to standards. And we, again, are logical people. So it's like we could think logically and think things through of like, okay, this is what it is. This is what it's not. You get what I'm saying? It becomes a woman that's like, oh, I'm going to bend the rules or I'm going to do what benefits me. The double standard things didn't even really come from men. It was just like, well, dang, we're not allowed to do this, but you are. That's a double standard. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I think men didn't do any of the complaining or the start of it. I think that it came from women like, oh, well, why do y'all get to do that and women don't get to do that? It's like, okay, we'll allow it. And then, okay, we'll allow this. Okay, we'll allow this. So it's getting to the point like y'all want everything to just be so equal. Then how come there's still things that y'all be like, oh, women can do this, but y'all can't do this? That's the double standard. And I'm just saying that you're more hypocritical being a feminist because if you really want everything to be equal, then there should be no double standards within anything that it is that we're doing. You know? That's just my thought. That's just my thought process on that.
Standard. I know you got something to say. Can you?
No, I agree with him, but I just don't like back to what we were saying at the place we was at yesterday. It's just you can't say it out loud. Okay, I agree totally. But out loud, it's just like you can't say. I don't know why, but it's just that double standard. I just gotta respect.
That's the double standard of why.
I gotta respect it.
It's not you respecting it. That's literally the double standard.
I can't say nothing out loud. It just come with respect.
Listen, bro.
It just come with respect.
You not being able
women. So I'm not finna.
That's
even
fine.
Though I want it in the back of my head, I'm not gonna do that.
This is the point that I'm trying to make. By not even being able to say it out loud is the double standard because they say it out loud. Right. Ew, you broke. Oh, I don't talk to guys under 6 feet.
Yeah,
he ain't lying though.
That's the double standard. Why can't
you? I don't like a girl that don't work out. I'm like, you get different looks and such forth, and that's just a general comment.
And we understand that. We understand that.
That's fine. And now we need to speak on it because that's the double standard.
So you finna go out here. I don't want to talk to you fat.
Yeah.
Oh, so we doing that.
So, and by me saying that, I hope that you work on yourself. I hope that you work on yourself not to be fat. Why can women have preferences and men can't have a preference?
I
don't want a fat girl. I don't want a fat girl.
There's a choice of words you can use though.
They don't use a choice of words of calling a nigga broke.
Nah, you right.
Yeah, you don't.
That is very, very true.
So it's like
I want a girl that don't go to the gym.
That's literally
that's what we doing now. I ain't know it.
But that's what I was just trying to say or get my point across of saying like that's the double standards and that's why I just be like, dang, it's kind of crazy that y'all really don't even analyze how men think or the type of situation and predicaments that y'all put us in.
We still on the double standard topic, right?
Go ahead.
So I asked the ladies as well, what's a double standard that men don't notice but women do? Just a couple things that they just threw out at me. They said women put in effort into appearance. Women that want a man to worship them immediately without putting in effort. Love at first sight. I know you don't like that at all.
Women put an effort into
appearance.
Okay, let me rephrase the last one. We'll go section by section because they did elaborate a little bit longer. So first one, women put in effort into appearance.
What that mean? Like they put more.
They look, the way they dress, the makeup, the little jewels, the bedazzle, such forth.
And men don't?
Yep.
I don't think that's a problem. See, it literally all comes back to just like we always get blamed for everything and women really don't understand us. Y'all let social media tell y'all to wear makeup and all that stuff. Go back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, and all the way up into almost the 90s. Women were being natural.
Yeah.
It wasn't no BBLs. It wasn't no plastic surgery. It wasn't really no makeup or lace fronts and lip fillers and things of that nature. So you can't put that on us of saying that y'all get all dressed up and everything and men don't. We still do go out and smell and buy good looking cologne and it just takes less for us to dress up. 100%. So you can't really say that y'all do more of y'all appearance than us. Y'all let social media brainwash y'all into all that stuff.
And I hate to say it, but there's a lot of beautiful women. So, I mean, like, of course I'm going to remind my woman, like, you look good. But for them to, like, expect that, I see where they're coming from because it's the little things for women though. They're very sensitive, emotional. For example, your girl shopping online for her gym clothes. Woo, woo, woo. It finally comes in. This is your first time seeing her put it on. If you don't give her a compliment, she's definitely gonna feel some type of way. True or false?
Yeah.
And that's what they getting at. It's the little stuff. But we're gonna move on to the next one.
But
next
hold on.
I don't know now.
But no, stay right there, because this is again of always having to keep coming back to this topic is that they don't understand us. We want women that are sexually appealing. When you're wanting a man for what he can provide and how he can secure you, you're talking about my finances and my money and what I can do for you.
100%.
So men are cool with that because, again, we're logical. So I understand to a point of you want me due to my status and how much money I make so I can provide for you in the life that it is that you're wanting to live. But you have to understand what a man wants. And a lot of women don't ask the question, well, what do men want? Well, men want a woman that's feminine and a woman that looks good and a woman that's fit. So to your point of you saying the appearance thing or all of that is just like, we care about that because that's what matters to us on the sexual marketplace. We are only seeking a woman that looks good. You're seeking a man that can provide for you.
And
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but what they're saying is a lot of them put an effort into their appearance. And
You have to put effort into it. That's
Sometimes
what
it
we're
goes
wanting.
unnoticed for them. I'm just speaking for
It goes
for the
unnoticed?
girls. Basically, because women, this is what they're saying. They put an effort into their appearance.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, them telling me that is like, I asked in one of them elaborates, like, I gave you the example that I was given. The girl gets that new gym outfit, first time wearing it. You missed that beat, yeah, they gonna feel a little some type of way.
I'm not paying attention to what you buy, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I see it, I see it.
We got other things to do and think about.
If
fair.
you look
I mean-
good and you look, I'm gonna say you look good. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not paying attention to which one you buy.
Yeah,
It's another one. Back to
That
the
is
question.
me.
Double standard that men don't notice, but women do. Women want a man to worship them immediately without putting in the effort.
Hold on. Women want a man to worship them, or men want women to worship them without putting in an effort?
A double standard that men don't notice, but women do. A woman wants a man to worship them immediately without the woman having to put in effort. Love at first sight.
So they want us to worship women.
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like it was supposed to be reversed. Women want men to worship them, or they're saying
You're
that
right.
the double
Reverse.
standard is
The double standard is what you said.
men want women to worship us without putting in any effort. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on that. You goddamn right you should worship me.
Yeah.
Everything that you do came from men. We built the world. Are you crazy?
Let's get into it.
And to
I
that
like that,
point
though.
of let me talk about this more. Everything that in this, I'm gonna say a third time of repeating myself,
It's okay to repeat yourself.
is they don't understand men. We built everything for y'all. Y'all got to live in a world that's so convenient where you can open the fridge and you got all your groceries. Shout out to the blue collar workers. You live in a world where you got all this electricity. You live in an apartment and everything. Like we have made the world so secure and safe for women that they don't even think about how they got the food, how they're drinking the water that they're drinking, how when they turn on the light comes on. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying, I'm not agreeing to I'm going to actually agree to the man that say, damn it, I'm a man, you should worship me. Why? Because the life that you're living, how you got your makeup and got to the store and got the gas and drove to it, we did all that. So out of respect,
I got a question
you should be
for you.
nice to every man.
I got a question.
You don't have to worship hold on, real quick. You don't have to worship every man, but you should at least respect every man.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. I
like
You
that.
should. You should come, every man that you see, smile at him. I don't care what. Yeah. Every man that you see, smile at me and wave.
Yeah.
But I'm not your type. I'm not your preference. So no, you don't have to worship the ground I walk on. But
Yeah.
you should look at men and be like, damn it, I respect him
Respectful.
because
Yeah.
they're the reason I'm here. Or they're the reason I'm living the way that I live. Yeah, for sure.
Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead, Smiley.
To my question, what you were saying. So you think man is the prize?
Yeah, we the prize. Yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, you know the prize. Oh, you just want
He was saying some things that were very, very true though. Because I agree with your
Do
statement.
you disagree?
Y'all hear it now.
I
Disagree.
Tell me why you
know
disagree.
I disagree, man.
The convenience factor is real though.
I disagree. I disagree. I feel like women is the prize because they can.
Say what
They
your
can-
chest, man.
They can like prolong our legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because they can carry a child for us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think. That's my reasoning why they the prize.
That's not enough support. Back to what TK was saying.
Nah, that's
We create,
Nah,
create, we provide, we support you, we're your protector.
They create. We don't. We create everything physical, but they create like
Life.
life.
They can't create life without us, though.
You right, but I'm just saying they. For
So-
a woman that carry a child, I feel like that's the prize.
Here's what I think when I hear prize. I think of like who is more valuable, and if we're gonna ask that question, men are more valuable because we have to do more for the family, for the world, and provide and secure and do all these different things rather than a woman. So why would you be the prize?
I feel like a Proverbs 31 is the
I don't know about
prize.
that. Well,
Go ahead.
you said something that's true about like the man being out in the field and such forth. But if you don't got a partner at home that's making sure your children are getting developed, eating well, taken care of, that young man can go out into the field when we gone and not be prepared to be in that field. So I feel like it's an equal value. Yes, slightly for the man because we're the leaders. That's how the world works. But the woman's just as valuable. But it depends on the scene, scenario, and such forth. But for sure, the man,
Right, I'm
woman
not knocking women's
below.
value.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
But
saying-
I think that men are the prize because ultimately, if we're trying to form this legacy,
Women know that.
if we are trying to,
What is a legacy without a woman?
what do you mean?
I mean, women
I'm
like to
saying,
pick
yeah,
that-
you hear great words, but it gonna be into you. But you want to carry your legacy, kids. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that woman.
But you still led and made the foundation for your legacy to happen.
I hear that.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You know how many single mothers for where there is no legacy?
I ain't
Because
talking
it's
about no
because it's
single
just
mother.
like-
I'm
it's just
talking
like-
about that Proverbs 31. That's what I'm talking
What
about.
does Proverbs 31 say, bro? You want to be
Proverbs 31 is a God-fearing woman. That who
Elaborate on
find
That's all you know?
yeah, God-fearing woman. Yeah,
what the
I'm
scripture
sticking to.
says.
I don't know it's all the scripture, but
Oh God.
I know it's a God-fearing
Get a load
woman.
of this guy.
That what God said. That who find a good thing.
A good wife finds a good thing. It's the
I'm
same
saying.
thing of a woman having to find a good man,
But
though.
the Bible don't say nothing about a husband find a good thing. He said that about a woman.
Yes, but then he still tells the wife that she needs to find a good husband and to follow him. So what are
And
you
let him
what are you
lead.
trying to say? And let him lead.
What scripture that saying?
Multiple scriptures.
It says in my
Multiple
scriptures,
scriptures.
Well, I'm trying to
just-
say so I
I'm
can
just
go
making
look it
a
up.
point.
I can put it up.
No,
What
I'm just making
scripture
a
say?
point.
Multiple scriptures if you actually look it up. But I like what you both were saying though is very true. Something that you
Both
said
surprised. Yeah.
that you really made me proud of. As us men, we do need to realize we are the prize. There's a lot of men that just take this and that from a woman and such forth and just be like, yeah, I got to do this for my girl. It's like, what do you do for you? And she should be supporting that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It should be a supporting cast. Men nowadays are just doing things for the woman and nothing for themselves, feel burnt out, such forth. That's why the divorce rate is so high and such forth and cheating, YXZ. It's like, y'all should collaborate. Y'all should piggyback off each other. You should know the in and outs of each other. I ain't no relation therapist or nothing, but like, make it make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I want a woman to know, like, hey, when I'm running 110, my days when I'm 80%, you got the 20%. That's how it should go.
But see, even to that point, it's just like men, when we get married, we don't leave the woman. It's usually the majority of the times for a divorce, it's a woman that actually files for it.
But let me
So
say,
it's like the women that are leaving the men, and that brings me to a point like, oh, there's no good men out here and this and that, or like he cheated. But it's like, what did you do to make it that led him to cheating, or that you provoked him? Because a lot of the scenarios, and I'm just talking about generally speaking of the women, is just like it's always the men's fault. And I feel like I speak for the man for where it's like,
No, for
quit
real.
placing blame on us, and you women need to start doing more self-reflection on what it is that you're actually doing, saying, and how it is that your actions are and your behavior. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of women don't take that self-reflection to think like, okay, what is it that I'm doing? What is it that I said or what I did or how I'm living my life that makes this man act or behave this certain way? Because like I said, I think men are very logical with it, with what it is that we do, our emotions, how it is that we act. Now, I'm not saying all men, but if we're going to talk about the majority of men are like that. So I just get tired of hearing all these double standards and then just all the blame always being on us, but there's never no self-reflection that takes place with what it is that they're doing.
I like basically what you're saying though. There's no accountability in a lot of scenarios that
Women
From
don't have accountability.
it's funny because this was brought up. I was talking with them.
Go ahead.
They also
Get
feel
your
like
thought out.
we don't take accountability in certain situations as well.
Man.
But I'm just saying, as a world, there's not enough accountability. People come up with excuses all the time, and I hate an excuse. Look in the mirror and look at the situation and be like, I messed up here, I missed that, I missed that. Don't complain or nothing about like, own that. This is your life.
Right,
You woke up today, you're blessed about it. Like,
right.
I'm not gonna say it's a man or woman thing. I feel like as a world, there's no real accountability. If you really
I
think
feel like
about
it's
it.
a woman thing because men always take accountability, especially.
So you
a
never
white
wrong?
man.
No, we're not saying that,
We
but
ain't
No, I'm
that.
saying, but
I'm
like-
saying like most men when they self-reflecting, they take accountability.
But you're saying women don't
Majority of men take accountability
Majority
if they
of men.
self-reflecting.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Women
And
do
that's,
not.
that's true though, because he's right. Because a lot of men be like, even when I'm not wrong, I'm wrong, just for the peace of my mind and such forth.
Right.
I've said that myself.
right.
But got to get back to it. Like I'm saying, your partner, you guys always holding each other accountable in such forth settings, like from the jump. Is this a work in progress?
Right.
XYZ. But we gonna switch up the topics because I got something nice for y'all.
Well, hold on. We go
you
hold
got
off
some
on
more?
that. Yeah, because
We're coming to.
we are. So let me say this real quick. We gonna touch on the accountability in our next podcast.
Ooh, I like
we
that.
We go bring you back, and we go have a discussion about men and women holding accountability. But we are wrapping this up. We
Yep.
got things to do. We go ahead and head out. Do you guys have any closing statements?
My closing statement is women start taking accountability.
We need to start taking accountability.
My closing statement is no excuses. Look in the mirror, evaluate yourself, and just rock with the brand. Slow motion's better than no motion.
Yeah, I like
All
that.
right, yeah. So again, it's that boy C4, and then in his bio is Lavish Motion. If you want to go purchase some gear,
Come
y'all
get some
heard the
gear.
story.
Nah, for real.
Go ahead and tap
It's
in.
gonna be right here.
Yeah.
Hey, but let's clap it up for
Local
man, y'all boys. I'm proud of y'all,
Appreciate
man.
you.
I'm
proud of y'all. I
Appreciate
gotta
you.
clap
Thank
it up
you.
for y'all.
Thank
You
you.
know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
So you know how we always end it off, with the slogan that we have.
Yep.
So I always like to say, if you stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough. And we never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, always remember this. Believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't. Thank y'all for tuning in. We out.
Yeah. I like that.